At Alchemy, we do bookkeeping and taxes for real estate agents across the country. We have a research department that is compiling all of the data for all of the real estate entities that we're managing across the country so that we can see how people are really doing compared to the MREA model. In 2023, most agents were spending somewhere between 5 and 6% of their GCI on lead generation. But in 2024, people have really increased their spend dramatically, and a lot of agents have doubled their lead generation spend. We're seeing agents now spending 10, 11, even 12% of their GCI on lead generation. Those agents who have almost doubled their spend, and in some cases more, on lead generation have quadrupled their profit. Those agents that are still spending around 5 or 6%, their profit is fairly flat year over year. So we can now see in the numbers a direct correlation of the increase in lead gen spend, which we were talking about a lot last year, with how much money people are actually making. Last year in the numbers, we saw that on average, most agents are spending about 30% of their GCI on compensation, which is running a little bit hot. And we pointed that out, that for many agents, they were not making a pivot on their staffing structures. They needed to as their business really shrunk. This year, we're seeing people spend about the same, actually, in compensation, and yet their revenue is way up. So that tells me that a lot of swap outs have happened. People have gotten a lot better about managing their staff and a lot more purposeful about who they're hiring and how they're paying them, and how that directly correlates with the performance of the business. The third thing that we noticed is that agents, by and large, have a 50-50 split between listings and sales. So we talk a lot about building up a listing business, and what we see in the numbers is most people calibrate at about half and half. Last year, agents had about 5% of their GCI in external referral fees, and we commented that that was a missed opportunity in many cases given how many listings you have. This year, that is 10%. Now, these are very interesting numbers, but frankly, they're meaningless unless you look at your numbers. So my challenge to you is go back to your P&L. We're halfway through the year. It's time to have that mid-year meeting. How have you done? What is your percentage of lead gen as it relates to GCI? How much are you spending on compensation and all the other areas of your business? And more importantly, what are you going to do about it to improve it between now and the end of the year and set yourself up for a powerful 2025? If you want to talk more about this, come see me in the vendor hall.